Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Jacobs and I'll be your professor for ECE4033 content reading. One of my favorite classes because it meshes language arts with the content areas and helps to get an understanding of how that, not just in teaching language arts to be teach our students reading, but when we come to the content area, we are all supposed to be teachers of reading as well. And this shares some information and strategies that you can use that will help children attack that nonfiction text by understanding the way that it is set up and the way to break it down. So just going right through and looking at the syllabus a little more, I see some, excuse me, I see some names on here that are familiar. I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you that I've had before and getting ready to know the ones that I have not yet. So here are text. Differentiated instructional strategies for reading in the content areas, and tools by Allen and more tools. These two texts right here, they're really flip charts, are the most amazing tool that I wish I had had on my toolbox when I first started teaching. They show you strategies on how to attack most everything you can think of in reading. So I'm not going to go through and go over all of these, this information in the syllabus with you because it's just too much at once. Instead, what I'll do is I'll just highlight a couple things that you'll be doing, and then we'll break them down week by week as things go on. So here there are strategy presentations due on weeks 4 and 6. There's an annotated bibliography with pretty clear directions here. As a matter of fact, I just rewrote those. That's due in week 5. A dyslexia assignment that's due in week 7. And, excuse me, that dyslexia assignment is due on both Moodle and Chalk and Wire. If you look at the rubrics for those two, the rubrics are exactly the same for the Moodle and Chalk and Wire, except the point value because of the way, the difference in how they're set up. Okay, so your discussion forums you'll obviously be having every week. The discussion post will be one or more each week, and the post requirements will be embedded within a reading assignment. The majority of them will be interactive. You know when the online instruction week begins on Monday at 12 a.m. and it ends on Saturday at 11:59. So your initial post is due on Wednesday by 11:59 and your response by Saturday at 11:59. Please look at the rubric for discussion forums. Keep it with you when you're writing them so that you're writing it in a scholarly voice and to make sure that you're following the word guidelines and so on. Okay, there's a final exam. It will be open at the beginning of the week on the last week and be due on Saturday, just when the instructional week runs. Here's how the points break down. The grading scale is the same as for all courses in the education department. Our online attendance policy, you must contribute at least one thing, whether it's a paper or a discussion forum or so on, to be counted as present for the week. Late work. I follow the MBU policy. We all have things that happen in our lives that, we might have a child ill or an accident that happened, and I'm certainly understanding for that. But if your work is just late because you just were juggling too many things around or forgot something, then the policy is 10% per day for when it's late. My office hours are arranged via email or phone. Course policies are the same as they are for all courses. And then you'll see at the end of your syllabus just some breakdowns of what happens each week. I'm not going to go through these with you because it's just, like I said, they'll be here when you need it. Now, this little chart in here, it has strategies from the tools and word tools chart. And these are strategies that you will be able to use as you're doing your strategies presentation. All right, so we'll go ahead and close that out. And we'll just look at how the course is laid out. It's really laid out the same as all courses at MU at the top now. I've stuck in a little handout that most people feel is helpful with your long-term homework assignments on it. In other words, not the discussion forums, but the ones such as the dyslexia assignment. Here is the forum rubric. It's at the top here. Since it's most weeks, here's the video rubric. It's the top here because there are 2 weeks. Here's your chalk and wire link for the dyslexia assignment. And then we'll look here at week 1. Of course, you found the introduction because you're watching it right now. So each week is set up so there's a list of the resources that you'll use and then a list of the assignments. For example, here's the PowerPoint presentation for week 1, your learning outcomes, your assignments. That long-term homework assignment is stuck in there again for you. And then there's information that you need to read on reading comprehension. Do readability formulas work? There's a readability formula website that you need to look out, and an informational text handout. These are all things that you'll need to look at and use as to have them all done, to read, to watch, to view the videos so that you're ready to do the assignments. And here the assignments come next. Your forums, we do it Wednesday at midnight, and you'll have 1 response that you need to make, not 2, by Saturday at midnight. So, and the prompt for this one is simply, after reading chapters 1 and 2, listen strategies you used while reading. And so there are actually 3 forums here. This is my definition of reading. And finally, the schema theory. What do you know about the schema theory? It's highly unusual for those to be that many in a week. If we look down at week 2, we'll see the resources, learning objectives, assignments, the PowerPoint, the text structure handout, and text structure PowerPoint. And there you have forums. So that's all I'm going to go over at this time, because I just want you to get a general layout of the course. I want to let you know that I'm really good about checking email. I check email pretty, obsessively on my phone, even when I'm out. But it's better to email than it is to try to text or call, because I'm probably going to get access, honestly, to the email first. So the text, I'm going to give you my phone number. If you're unable to reach me by text or ask the instructor or by an email for some really strange reason in this, I don't think I've ever known this to happen, I'll give you my phone number so that you can text, and that way I can get with you. I ask you to use that as a last resort. especially since if I am using it, I probably am away from my computer and won't be able to use the resources to help you with what you need. So my phone number is 740-361-6940. I look forward to working with all of you and hope you have a great first week.